Today's special edition of Brunch with Blake is being sponsored by the Help Ourselves Project, a nonprofit organization out of Philadelphia, PA. And here are the stars of today's show, which is A.Blake Enterprise production. Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode, a special Thanksgiving episode of Brunch with Blake. I'm Antionette, a social media maven, a boomer who blogs with a millennial mind, and a foodie. And you know what? Look at this. I have a lot of produce today from the Help Ourselves Project, and I'm going to just go through a few of the wonderfully delicious and healthy produce that I got today. Now this is kale. Now funny, this is a curly kale and this is a wider leaf kale, and actually this kale is probably what people use to make kale chips. But you can use this in smoothies, you can use them in eggs, you can use it as salad, but you know every Sunday over there on the stove I have a big old pot of kale going with onions and garlic and a little chicken broth. So this is a curly kale and another type of leafy kale. But you know what? I've never heard of this. This is a black kale. And my friend Norman Matthews, who is a member of the Help Ourselves Project, is going to come on in a few minutes and he's going to talk about the project and he's going to explain about the black kale. But this has a lot of iron in it, and this is very, very healthy. So if you get a chance to get black kale, get it because it's very healthy. Of course, I always add lots of onions, and look at how big these onions are. I like to dice these onions up. And remember the trick about dicing onions for no tears? Put it on top of the stove, turn on the blower, and then all the chemicals from the onion will be pulled up and away, so you'll not have any tears when you're cutting your onions. So that's one of Tony's tricks. I also have some turnips here. Now when I was growing up, my grandma used to make turnip greens, and that is actually the stem that would come up from the turnip. But you can fix these just like potatoes, whether you boil them, bake them, fry them, whatever, but they're much, much healthier. These are turnips. But the guest, you can hear my husband over there talking to Norman, but the guest of today's video is this sweet potato. This sweet potato, look how big these are. Now remember, there's a difference between sweet potatoes and yams, and I will, if you go to my blog, which is DEDIVA with an HDL.com, it's written what the difference is between a sweet potato and a yam, where they're located. Thanksgiving, everybody loves sweet potato pies. Oh yeah, that patty pie, no offense to Patty LaBelle, but I'm going to make my own sweet potato pie. I'm going to boil these potatoes and I'm also going to bake some in the oven. So I am going to introduce you to Norman Matthews, again, who is a member of the nonprofit organization, the Help Ourselves Project, which is based out of Philadelphia, PA. So as you prepare yourself and your family and your friends in your kitchen for your Sunday meals, your Thanksgiving meals, remember, fresh produce is the best produce. And I hope you have a wonderful day. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on Norman so he can talk about the project.
Hello, my name is Norman Matthews. I'm a member of Help Ourselves Project, and we're here with the Blakes. We're presenting some produce that came from some African American farmers in the Eastern Shore of Maryland area, and what we're looking to do is to promote a market for them. As you can see, they have fresh produce. We have sweet potatoes, we have yellow turnips, red tip turnips, we have black kale, we have curly kale. Provide a market for black farmers who are desperately need a market, and we're also looking to link the rural farms with the urban consumers, and this we believe will be a win-win situation. We can provide quality, low-priced produce to folks in the inner city regions of primarily the greater Philadelphia region, which includes northern Delaware, southeastern Pennsylvania, like Chester, Darby, Upper Darby, Norristown, as well as obviously Philadelphia. So we've been at this since 2002. Its inception basically was a start of fruit and vegetable stand in North Philadelphia by our late founder one of our late founders of Help Ourselves Project, which was Gladys and Michael. They wanted to just start a produce stand and just purchase food from the local terminal in South Philly. But one of the other members in the Help Ourselves Project suggested locating black farmers, and that's what we started out with. And it was since then it's been a long journey. One of the things that we were advised to do was to look for black farmers in the region of that touched or that was proxy regions of near the Philadelphia area. The majority of the farmers that we did find, we could only go as far as the most proxy farmer that we could find was in North Carolina. And then when we started networking, we were able to find more farmers in the Northern Virginia, the Eastern Shore of Maryland. We eventually found farmers in Delaware. What we also noticed was a lot of these farmers were involved in just growing cash crops, which was non-edible food that was only available for livestock or energy consumption. So this was this has been a long journey and a very challenging one. Because a lot of these black farmers were very difficult to find. Quite a few of them are up in age, and so we're looking to also instill or create a fusion between some of these younger urban black farmers that can provide some level of support to these more traditional rural black farmers, like I said, in the Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia Peninsula area. So this is basically an example of a sample of what they have. As you can see, it's high quality food, and our goal is to provide them a market that's high quality and low cost, so people can eat more healthy. Branching out from some of the curly kale, and there are some stems that actually have kale that is not as curled up as what you see here. I kind of was surprised when I saw it. You know, I'm not a farmer, but you know, I assisted them in you know, snipping the kale off and packaging them. And what I noticed was that I saw stems that looked like this that didn't have that. I guess it just did not curl up like you normally would see from the other leaves that you see here. So I was kind of it was kind of interesting when I saw that. As you can see, here's like almost like a transitional leaf here where it's trying to curl up. But this project is looking for institutions in the primarily in the African American communities, such as churches, mosques, community centers, charter schools that would, if they would like to partner with Help Ourselves Project and provide and serve as a distribution agent into our respective communities to provide a market for black farmers that we're working with. You could, if you're interested, you can reach us at Help Ourselves Project. That's all one word, Help Ourselves Project at yahoo.com. Our website you can take a look at is www.helpoursellesproject.org. I can also be reached at 610-299-4804. Thank you.